Hey, it's a me. It's a me. No, it's me, Enigma Hood. Back from the trip and properly recuperated enough so that I have the strength, the energy to make a video. Because I was so fucking tired after that trip, you know. The jet lag and then just the fact that doing these kinds of things enervates you so much, so now I'm properly recuperated, so I'm good enough to at least talk about it a little bit. The trip had a lot of highs and a lot of lows. That's just the way it is with Enigma Hood, guys. I mean, I can't go anywhere unless there's good with bad, because I represent the duality of mankind. So it's always going to be good and bad. I'd love to tell you all about the bad, because that is the most interesting stuff. But I can't talk about all of the bad, because it would negatively affect some people that I care about. You might be saying, well, Enigma Hood, why are you censoring your life? This goes against your founding principles. I'm like, yeah, I know that, but I mean, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? You want me to negatively affect everyone that I care about? I mean, sometimes that happens. So, in this case, I'm going to have to censor myself in regards to certain types of things that happened on the trip, even though I would love to tell you all about it, because I have a lot to say about that stuff. But one bad thing I can tell you about is, when I was on the trip, I got into a big-ass fight with my father, because I had a bank account there, and I wanted to get that money. I always had this money in this bank account in Sri Lanka, and I always wanted to get it, and then what happens when I get there? It's like jack shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? You fucking bastard, you only put like $2 in there? And then my sister, on the other hand, had a bank account that was almost 3 or 4 times as much. I was so fucking pissed. I was like, you're gonna give me more money. And he didn't want to give me more money. My father didn't want to give me any more money, even though she was unfairly treated better than me. I mean, come on, guys. This is how humanity is. Whenever we are being treated unfairly, we become resentful, right? You become indignant, because we are not machines that can be taken advantage of like that. So, of course, I was upset, and if my father had any brains, he would have assessed the situation and resolved it in as expedient way as possible, expediently as possible, by simply making up the balance and giving us equal amounts of money. Of course he didn't, and then it became really fucking ugly, and I didn't want to stay with my parents anymore. And I have this really funny video of my mom chewing me out about this whole ordeal. But you know, maybe I can try to put that up later, you know, when my mom's not looking, because it's kind of comical, but whatever. Because of that incident, I didn't want to stay with my parents anymore. I mean, who the fuck wants to stay with their parents when you're on vacation? You want to relax. And so that was that. But you know, something else bad happened on that trip that was probably 10 times worse. But unfortunately, I can't get into it. So I'm gonna move on to my views on Sri Lanka in general. You know, what do I think of Sri Lanka, especially since the last time I went there, which was like over 15 years ago. It had to be over 15 years ago. Well, a lot has changed, and the biggest thing that has changed, of course, is that everyone has a cell phone there. Everyone has a cell phone, even poor people, because it's very cheap. You can get, like, I mean, they don't have like the smartphones, like the iPhone 4S or shit like that. Most people don't have smartphones like that. Most people don't have iPads and shit, but they do have the 3G dongle. A lot of people have 3G, and the 3G works like everywhere, even out in the middle of nowhere. So you can get internet with this wireless dongle, and it works pretty well. I mean, it's still very slow, unfortunately. You can't stream videos from YouTube very well. It does work, but I mean, not very well, so it's slow. But everyone does have a cell phone, even though it's a cheapo one, but who cares? So that's big progress. 3G and the cell phones, and they also have expressways now, which is very, very good. Like, before you had to drive on all these side roads, and it's slow as fuck. To go, like, 10 kilometers, they measure distance in kilometers over there, right? Takes, like, almost an hour. Maybe not an hour, but, like, 45 minutes or something like that. It's ridiculous. They drive like maniacs over there. It's not like in America. It's, like, all over the fucking place. If you went there and you're trying to drive, your head will explode. So that's stuff that has changed a lot. Stuff that has not changed, that is still really disappointing, is the fact that most homes over there still don't have air conditioning. That's pretty fucked up, and this is exacerbated by the fact that most houses, near the top of the ceiling, or like right underneath the ceiling on the wall, there's openings. They have these openings that bugs and creatures like salamanders and shit can just come right inside the fucking house. I mean, what the fuck is that? I mean, one thing that has not changed is the mosquito problem. I was bitten by mosquitoes so many fucking times. It was so ridiculous. And the reason is because they have this stupid zoning thing there, apparently. You can't build a house unless you have these fucking openings, because they care so much about ventilation. I'm thinking to myself, why don't you just open a fucking window? Just open a fucking window. The openings on the house kind of... It makes the whole point of a house pointless, right? The point of a house is to separate you from the wilderness and all the nasty-ass shit in the jungles. But if you have those openings, all those nasty fucking things can come inside the house. You know, and the other thing is, you can't ever have air conditioning in the house if the house is designed with these fucking openings, because all the cool air is going to come out, is going to escape through these openings. Now, I understand that electricity over there is very expensive still, so that's something that really needs to change. They need to have some kind of new fucking shit going on over there, where they fix every fucking house, get rid of those damn openings at the top, and just install air conditioners everywhere. You don't need those openings. Just open a fucking window if you need ventilation. What kind of stupid thing is this? I don't understand. What else has not changed? Actually, well, bathrooms have improved quite a bit. Last time I went there, a lot of the times the bathroom, like, you literally have to squat near this, like, hole in the fucking floor, and you have to wash your ass with water. Oh, one of the things is like, in the bathrooms over there, they have this spray thing, which in America, actually, we have this spray thing. It shoots water, right? You have it at the sink and you use it for cleaning dishes. Well, over in Sri Lanka, they have it in the bathroom, and you use it for shooting water up your ass, to clean your ass after you take a shit. That's a cultural difference. And the other cultural difference is that in most restaurants, they have a sink, like, right where people are eating, because over there most people eat with their hands. They might be saying, Enigma Hood, that's so savage and uncivilized. Well, it's a cultural difference. I mean, that's just the way they do it, and the way they do it is in a way that is actually quite sanitary. And of course they have access to clean water, and they can wash their hands. So that is my very brief reaction to the trip. It was overall, you know, it was a good trip. And I visited many, like, quite a few interesting things, like there's this big-ass rock, which they call Sigiriya. And I always wanted to go there. I never went there before. So just going to that big-ass rock made the whole trip worth it for me. But like I said, there were a lot of problems. That's just the way Enigma Hood is, you know? Wherever I go, I bring problems with me, because otherwise, life would not be interesting. This is Enigma Hood signing off. Oh, wait, before I sign off, I might be making another video with some of the footage of Sri Lanka. I don't know how interesting it will be. I'll see what I can do with that, if I ever get around to it. But, you know, stay tuned, I guess. Oh, and by the way, this is in low definition, like you probably already noticed, because it's like, who gives a fuck? I mean, who gives a fuck? I don't understand the point of a high definition. I have a high definition camera. Maybe I'll use it from time to time if I feel like it. But, like, it's like the quality is so high that the file size is in the gigabytes if the video is too long. So it takes forever to upload. And also the other problem is it's like my computer is just not that fast to edit those kinds of things. So, and when you think about it, do I really need high definition for these kinds of videos? What's the point? So you can see my nose with greater clarity? I don't think it's really that important, but from time to time I might use the high definition camera. Anyway, this is Enigma Hood signing off.